Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and it's another Ask Me About Bolivar show. I'm here with Steve with Crystal Beach Decor and more, and you know, over the last couple months, we've been showcasing events, showcasing some of the history Bolivar has, but we've also been showcasing the businesses and introducing you to the business owner and what they have to offer you as a visitor. Maybe you own property or a home down here if you're just passing through. Steve, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Boy, y'all hit the ground running about a year and a half ago, didn't you?
No, actually, we're in our fourth year.
Oh, fourth year.
Yep,
man.
we sure are.
Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
It does, it does.
You know, there's a lot of gift shops around, and some people call it tourist traps.
Right.
But yours is really different.
Real different.
You know, when you walk in, you're greeted by staff and yourself, eager to help, which a lot of people have that. But it's what you have inside. You have the t-shirts and the koozies and the tumblers.
Absolutely.
But you've really taken a specialty on artwork with a coastal flair.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the paintings, the canvases, the paintings, and the sculptures you have, because you've got a turtle in there. I don't know if you still got it, but man, I've always had my eye on that hand-carved turtle.
Was it the big one?
The big one.
Yeah, I sold the big one.
You sold the big one. Well, I lost out on
to
that.
a local that's been down here a long time. He's building a new house. I think it's over in a Harbor Walk, but anyway, he came in and he bought it, and I held on to it for a while.
It was nice. But let's talk about the artist.
Okay. So most everyone down here on the coast is very familiar with the CCA, or the Coastal Conservation Association. And as you know, they have the high-end banquets all over the coast, you know, go down around Florida. And during those banquets, they'll have live auctions where they auction off trips to Costa Rica, Belize, you know, Honduras. And then they'll get with the local fishing guys in the area, and they'll auction off day trips with them. And then the other thing they do is they auction off art. Well, Anastasia Music, she is very, very famous, and she's quite unbelievable. She lives down in Florida, but she paints exclusively for the CCA. And one night, about 4 years ago, I was living in another small town just the other side of Galveston, and my phone went off at about 8:30 at night, and it was a Facebook message, and it said, "Hey Steve, this is Anastasia Music. I didn't know you had a store." And I said, "Well, we don't. We're about to open. You know, we haven't opened it yet." And she said, "Steve," and this was at that time, she said, "Steve, there's only one retailer in the state of Texas that I allow to carry my art. Would you be interested?" I said, "Yes," immediately.
Yes.
And
no questions.
No questions. No questions. I was a little nervous because it's you know, it's pricey. But when he rolled that trailer in there, before we even started really looking at art, I had 5 different individuals walk into that trailer and said, "I want that one and that one and that one and that one." And I was like, whoa, because I was going to buy 30 to 40 pieces and see how it went. And I ended up buying the entire trailer load. And
I know Keith bought quite a bit from you.
Keith's the one that started that. Yeah. Keith's the one that walked in and said, "Oh," he was the first one to walk in, "I want that one, that one, that one, and that one." But yeah, Keith also got something that was really, I thought, of anybody on the whole peninsula, if anybody deserved it, Keith did. And I talked Anastasia into painting our lighthouse, and she did not want to do it, man. She said, "Steve, I can't sell that in any store except for yours." And I said, "Anastasia, if you'll do this for me," I said, "I'll put one in every house down here." And she said, "Okay." And in my best Ukrainian voice, she says, "I'm going to it one time." It was funny. But so she painted it, and we did something that no other store, no retail store had ever done. We sold the original out of here, and Keith Hard, it belongs to him.
Great.
So hurry up.
Great.
It does.
You've got not only paintings, but some of your carvings, like the turtle we talked about. You've got some monkeys we won't mention. But you also have shells. And I've been there when your supplier came in, and it's just neat because I was talking to him about where they came from, you know, and the history behind them and what lives in them and stuff. And so, you know, it's not just a shopping experience when you walk into Crystal Beach Decor and more. It's an art experience, really. I mean, every time I've gone in there looking around, it's It's the different things that you see that you don't see anywhere else.
Well, my wife and
You know?
our business plan from the beginning was to carry some of the most unique things we could find, and we wanted to price them so that the locals would have a chance to shop.
Right.
And it does my heart good when them tourists walk into that door and I hear them say, "You've got to see this store. This is not a tourist trap."
Yeah, I've never seen this before.
I said, "Y'all got the neatest store ever."
You know, and you've got all kinds of things in there. You've got your T-shirts and different T-shirts, you know, than a lot of people have. And that's what one thing I've always noticed about your store is you didn't follow the path of someone else. You created your own path,
Well,
you know,
absolutely.
and your own decor in there. You did T-shirts real quick, the old press kind, and that's gone.
We needed more room.
Yeah, but what you've done is just expanded more of your art, more of your nice clothes. Because you can go in there, say I come down and I forget I've got a nice dinner in Galveston. You can actually go in there and get the shoes, the shirt, the shorts or pants, anything you need. And so it's definitely a must stop, whether you're just heading down Highway 87, passing through, maybe you're going to Galveston to the cruise terminal, or if you're here for a week, or if you come over from Galveston on a weekend trip or a week-long trip, you've got to stop at Crystal Beach Decor and More. And what's the address there?
It's 1987 Highway 87.
87.
Sorry, I think it's not right. I think that's right. I think it's at 1989, but
Yeah.
Highway 87.
You also have a new thing, and we're just going to touch on it real quick. The axe throwing. Just brought in a trailer, a new concept. You know, you see them here and there a little bit, and we don't know where that's going yet, but I can tell you, if it takes off, it's going to be a hit. And I've talked to some people that have used it and said it's really neat. So if you have questions about it, go shop at the store and then talk to him about it, whether they're up and running yet. But what's the best way for people to see what you have at the store? Is it on your Facebook page?
Pretty much, yeah. And you know, with the recent events that's happened in my life, I've been a little laxed on.
But they can go back and see what.
Sure, absolutely they can.
Well, like I said, this is Steve and them have created their own path. They brought in some T-shirts, but they also have some of the upper end clothing, some of the nice clothing. But I really like the artwork, the carvings that they have, and the paintings that they have. Whether you have a house down here or you have a house in Houston or Oklahoma, everyone needs a little bit of coastal in it.
That's right.
I think. So.
I'll tell you what, we have one of the largest men's selections of nice shirts and clothing than
What about for us Texas-sized boys?
I carry there's a lot of Texas-sized boys down here, so yes, we carry a lot of Texas-sized. We carry Bamboo K, Travis Matthews, Hurley, Exotic, Game Guard. I mean, we have some really for men's clothing.
You also have some pottery out front, don't you?
We do. We have quite a bit of Talavera. It's made 12 hours below the border, and the whole family, the whole town does it. But
does it?
And he comes and sees me about two or three times a year. But we've got some really beautiful Talavera.
I mean, it's all painted up. I've seen frogs and roosters and turkeys, just about anything
Yeah,
you can
the parents fire it, and the kids paint it.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
So it's a family business.
It's a family business, and it's a family town, but no two families actually do the same designs.
Do the same designs. Great, great. But we're going to head on out. Like I said, this is a shop. I didn't even know you'd been here 4 years because it's been going so wild down here. But you definitely need to stop by Crystal Beach Decor and More. See the clothing, but admire and purchase some of the artwork. So, Steve, thanks for joining us. We're going to head on out until next time and another show on Ask Me About Bolivar. I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. The Big Store, located at 2385 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, on Bolivar Peninsula. If you're on Bolivar Peninsula and you need anything, stop by the Big Store where you'll be greeted by a staff of smiling faces and a staff that's eager to help you find what you're looking for. The Big Store is a fully stocked grocery store with fresh fruits and vegetables, meat department with hand-cut steaks, canned goods, dairy products, frozen foods, and beer and wine. The Big Store is also home to a gift shop, camping and fishing supplies, RV supplies, tools and hardware, and home goods, all under one roof. The Bolivar Peninsula Superstore, like they say, if the Big Store doesn't have it, chances are you really don't need it. For more information on the Big Store and their weekly sales ad, please visit www.thebigstore.us.